timeout that Coach called.
Look,
but it would have been.
The white hat keeps looking over at Coach Morgan. Coach Morgan's not giving him like the look like, hey, that was a great call. He's not worried about that.
Tells him back to pass on 1st and 15.
That's a nice 50.
He has a man open in the end zone.
Nice job, Mason
Touchdown.
Gomez. Mason Gomez got his guy, and what a nice ball. And listen, Mac double pumped that. I mean, he had him first, pulled it back a little bit, and then laid it on him.
And what does that do to a defender when that happens?
Well, I think the defender was looking at the back of Mason's head, so I don't know that he really saw it. But just as far as Mac didn't see him right away. He pulled it back, and then he fired it. And I think, guys, with the penalty, I really believe that we were going to run the ball on that first play. It could be wrong, but that was a 50-50 ball. You throw it up early, and here's our formation.
So let's look at the formation again.
I don't want to call it Daffy Duck. That's been called that before. Oregon kind of coined this. But you see in the middle, they've got to defend everybody. And they're not doing a bad job.
Now this time before, they're going to all come in.
So if they don't get the look they want, they just come back in and make it easy. I hated defending this, by the way.
And the kick is up and good.
Good job.
And that's kicking is also Parker Turner. Is that who I'm looking right?
Okay,
Number 3, is that who kicked?
I thought it was
I could be wrong.
Okay. Now 27 is Teague. Teague Fritz, and I don't know if he kicked it or he held it.
Okay.
But he's excited.
14 was holding. That was Joseph Bradley.
Okay, so it wasn't Teague. So maybe Teague is the one who kicked it. He looks like he's getting the tee to go on and do the kickoff. So it was Teague Fritz. He's a corner. I coached him quite a bit. He's a great athlete.
Okay, so you said who then? Who kicked it?
Teague Fritz.
Teague. What number is that?
27.
All right. And I don't have that on my roster.
And I will apologize for butchering his last name. His parents are very nice people. defensive back was on top of it.
Yeah.
And I think Mac just threw it open, threw it over the top of him. And Mason's got to bring the ball all the way
Gomez.
back. Flip the ball in there
It's
pretty
off
quickly.
quickly. He was on the field. Play clock.
I've not seen that before. This White Hat's got things cooking.
Solomon in motion.
That's a
Kelson
nice play.
looked at him. He's going to run. Kelson's still on his feet. There is a flag.
Usually on us.
In the backfield, it's usually a hold, right?
So while we got a little bit of dead, so last week Tooele put it on Cyprus. We just talked about that, 40-6.
Yeah.
Uena put it on Duchesne. Now, Uena historically has struggled. They've got a coach in there that I'm hearing a lot of good things about. And right now at halftime, almost halftime, Uena's up on Tooele 21-6.
Wow, there you go.
So legit out there in the basin. Kudos to the new coaching staff.
Kelson was able to get the ball down clear to the 27 or so, but the holding penalty is going to push him clear back.
That
Kelson again
is a
going
ball.
big
Get
time.
that.
Yeah.
And
Little
no
long.
good. The target was Probst, and that'll now make it 3rd down and 20 for Wasatch.
And that was a 40-yard fling. Mac just
down there.
If like he can throw it farther, but he does have a rocket.
So 3rd and 20 for Wasatch at the Cyprus 47-yard line. In the backfield is Hutch Solomon. Matt Kelson in the shotgun. Boy, he loses it.
Matt,
It's on the ground. He's going to try to get it off. He's got
not sure
a
what's going
pirate
on
him, but Kelson's going to run it out of bounds.
If we can get, who is the center? Is it Robbie Whalen?
I got to tell you, I don't.
And Robbie is the
know
most
that.
tenured young man, and Robbie's kind of shaking his head. That has been tonight. And who do you blame that one on? That Mac took his eyes off it, but Robbie.
I'm going to say it looked like a decent snap.
Yeah, you know, and the thing about it is there's
Maybe
a little
high.
there's a little bit of touch on it too. You know, as a center, you got to kind of put it back there where they can get their hand on it. But yeah, you got to put that on the quarterback. No matter where it's at, he's got to get it. It's the first punt in a while, and that's a good punt.
Cole Moore this time punts it down. It's going to go into the end zone.
I told you this young man heats it up. He gets better as the game goes on.
Did you just see that there? How he? Oh, that wasn't Moore. Sorry, I was looking at number 34.
Oh, 84 is where
Henry
he picked
Palmer, kind of mixing it up with one of the linemen, I think, from the Pirates, and left the Pirate down on the ground, stood up, doing a little jostling. So,
Mr. Moore puts us in great position. This is where we want to be.
So Cyprus will take over at their own 20. 8:20 left here in the first half. Wasatch up 22-0 over the Cyprus Pirates.
Man, if Mr. Moore gets that going, it's kind of like my golf game. I got to get warmed up. Those first shot, I'm chunking it and all over the place, slicing it. Mr. Moore gets going. That's a nice drive.
Diamante.
Yeah, he's a little more athletic there. You got to come to it, and that's a nice play right there.
Hit.
Hey, Parker Turner again. Great stick. Great stick. His brother was Braxton Turner. He played a little closer to the ball, a little bit bigger, but Parker can definitely bring a load. That was a great tackle.
So I'm gonna apologize to Cyprus Pirates fans. We're guessing that's at quarterback is Tuafiamate. On our rosters it says 19, and on Max Preps it says 19. But the quarterback out there right now is wearing 18.
He
so
is.
We're just gonna assume
And he
that
is
it
athletic.
Diamante. Yeah, he is very quick. Boy, that time caught
Going
quickly
nowhere.
is Brennan Woodhead. Woodhead looked like he might have had an opening, but it was shut down quickly.
Yeah, not sure if that's supposed to be a sweep or just an off tackle, but
Right.
we're in the backfield so fast that's not going anywhere.
You mentioned it earlier, Colin. The battle of the lines could be
Yes.
a big thing for Wasatch here.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to stay big. I mean, our special teams is doing its job. We got a blocked punt and
That's a
few
nice
rush
play.
punts. But
Diamante surrounded quickly.
I would like to see Caden Brown come in, and he's just kind of, and maybe he's supposed to settle, but Caden comes in a little hotter, and that play is blown up.
Another player for Cyprus down. I'm guessing it's one of the linemen this time.
Nice pressures by Coach Gurr, changing things up, and he's talking with Caden a little bit. He's like, hey, buddy, when I give you that green light, go.
We're trying to get the number of the Cyprus Pirate down on the ground. It has not, looks like he's getting up slowly, limping a little bit. So it's looking like a 76. What do you guys think? 76 or 75?
Way too old. Maybe I gotta put my glasses on. I think it's a 76 or 75.
And there's no 75 in the roster, so we're going to assume that is Dayton Valdez.
You hate to see that early in the season.
Off. Yeah, he's helped off the field.
Yeah. He's walking on his own now. That's a good sign.
And it'll be 4th down. Wasatch once again holds Cyprus. Cyprus in all sorts of trouble right now. They're just not able to get anything. Boy, quickly, that ball might have been blocked again, actually.
Okay, Brock.
Oh, he touched it.
Now, if he touches it.
Yeah, that's theirs.
He must not have. So no whistles are being blown.
Okay,
right now.
I played that
confusing.
position. And Brock's going to let 2 go by him, and then he's going to run up on that one. You got to let that one go. We called it ice back today. Fire or ice, just whatever it is, stay away from it.
They are going to give the ball to Wasatch. Wasatch is going to have, again, outstanding field position. I want to say that the punt by Jepson got it off, but it almost looked like it was deflected again.
Yeah.
Because it went straight up, either that or the wind.
So I don't know if Coach Gurr is talking to Brock about his punt return ability or defense, but he was there needs to be a little coaching point made there. So great field position for Wasatch.
Mason Gomez this time in the backfield. No, that's not
Will.
Gomez.
That's
William Anderson.
And off tackle again. And I don't like when Will picks in. You know, I think you hit it hard, and when you see a seam, you put your foot in the dirt and go.
Okay.
You know, maybe he's coached differently on that, but it just seems like when he slows down, you get a little bit of push from the linebackers come from the backside. Hit it hard. Braxton Probst.
It'll be 1st and 10. No, it's still showing. It's going to be 2nd and 10, I believe. Anderson got the ball met again early.
Yeah.
That might be a loss.
Puts us in the hole a little bit.
Gotten it. Looks like they're going to give him a yard.
And I'm not going to put that on play calling. That's just hesitant running. You got to get north and south.
So I believe that's going to be 3rd down and what looks like about maybe 8.5. Wasatch, boy, spoiling an opportunity here.
Trips left.
Kelson back. He's going to sweep to his left. Got a man open. It's complete.
Coombs. Mr. Coombs.
Coombs trying to get down for the first
down. And that
down,
young man's going to be
quite.
really good. I haven't seen him get too many touches, but I was impressed with him my time on the coaching staff. He's going to be a good one.
Was complete to the left, but now it's going to be 4th, and it looks like about a yard, and Wasatch is going to go for it.
I love how Coach Morgan just put him on the ball.
Matt Kelson back once again.
You might get
Anderson
a little
in the backfield.
Misdirection, a little zone read here with Mac holding it. And
it's going to be illegal procedure against Wasatch. So
he's going for the hard count, which Mac's getting up there, and we hard counted ourselves. It's not going to make Coach Morgan happy. You know, when you look at this stuff, it's hard for a coach to get a rhythm play calling when we have the penalties and jumping off the ball and we're fumbling the snap. So
Wasatch's going to go for it here,
I'd love to see these guys get
4th
a clean.
and 6.
I think you're going to see Mac roll out. Mac.
And Mac dropped the
too
ball.
Fast.
Again, that was a similar snap as the other. So it looks like.
And you know what? You said it last time, Brent. I think, you know, the snap was not bad. If it's in your hands, you got to catch it, right?
Yeah, I mean.
You can make it softer.
Like it with his mask.
Yeah, but I think he's just moving his head, you know.
So excited.
Yeah.
I can see that. So
it's the same thing as a receiver. You got to catch it before you can run. So
it'll be a change of downs or loss on downs. Cyprus will take over. Cyprus in desperate need. There's time here in this quarter. What could Cyprus still do here in 5 minutes?
I mean, I haven't seen anything from the passing game yet, especially with this backup. And maybe that's on purpose, you know, get him into a flow of the game before he tries passing. But I mean, I think you just try maybe 1 or 2 passes here on this drive.
I would love to see that. I agree with you.
Well, and then what I'd say to that is I think secondary-wise we're much better on the back end.
Okay.
I haven't seen them behind us. I've seen some stop routes in front of us, but I don't know that they've got behind us. But they're spreading it out now.
Woodhead with gaining about 4. Cyprus just needs a first down to get something rolling here.
You might see that stop route right there.
Once again, Woodhead is going to get a few more
Nice
yards.
play.
Brennan Woodhead taking it on his shoulders at the moment for the Pirates. And so it'll be 3rd and 2. Cyprus desperately needing a first down here.
Yes.
We get so many people coming in here wanting to announce and
They're wanting us to announce something.
She was looking for her phone, and I was like, "What? So you're calling me?"
There we go, 3rd and 2. Cyprus. Fiamante in the backfield.
I'd let my quarterback keep this.
He is going to keep. Oh, he is met quickly.
Heath Budd is in there.
Bud, number 9.
And we don't have replay, but Crew Baxter's right next to him, which tells me is they went through the same gap, and 2 of them tried to block Crew, and Heath walked in there untouched and made a fantastic play.
I got to say, I wish Cyprus would go for it here. I mean, Wasatch just failed to do anything last series.
Yeah.
Get something going here. Take a risk. I wish they would. Maybe they're going to do something here with some magic with their punt. No, they're just trying. They're desperately to get it
Brock's
up.
going to get his hand on one.
Oh, boy, it was touched. And it looks like it's picked up. That's going to be number 21, Brock Hawkins, a junior. He's not happy with himself. He's a little frustrated.
Nor is the broadcast staff.
Colin, I saw your face that time.
Brock has got to make a decision.
Oh, no.
Just catch it and take a hit, Brock. I promise you, it will hurt less.
And our special teams has just been either so good or so bad. We got an onside kick recovered. We got, good kickoffs for the most part, but our just punt fielding has been good. But, again, we got a blocked punt.
Yeah, I don't know that we've had a great punt return decision all night.
No.
Hutch Solomon in motion.
Kelson
That's a nice
back,
little
short
screen.
pass to the left.
There you go, Brack. This is where Bracks can hurt you.
That is Braxton Probst with the completion and, what would you say, an extra 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah. So, and this is a play that Coach Morgan runs quite a bit with Braxton. Park City, he could not get away from anybody. But when this gets going, like I said, Braxton's got some wheels.
It'll be 2nd and 2. Matt Kelson back in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Solomon's going to get the first down, still on his feet.
Nice job.
And brought down.
And Hutch is just still a little bit new back there. He's a little high, and we get some bigger, better teams. He'll pay for that.
Got to give some credit to Cyprus, the tackle by Isaac Tuilimu. He's done that a few times. He's a tough linebacker there, number 59.
Yeah, he's been all over the field for Cyprus tonight.
1st and 10 for Wasatch at their own 42. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the half. See if Wasatch can do some magic. Oh,
Brax
quickly
right
after.
there.
Kelson's going to keep it. He's got open space, and he doesn't go down, and he puts his shoulder down, and he looks down at the defender.
Well, if you know Mac's dad, that's how Mac's dad would run the ball. And there's no fear in that young man.
Instead of taking a slide like you were talking about, Colin, I hope we don't regret hearing that someday. But the tackle made by number 26, David Lorton.
I think we're looking to get Braxton Probst open a little bit. This corner up on the top on Mason Gomez is pretty quick.
Kelson's going to throw quick.
Screen
Once again
again.
to Probst. Probst is going to.
We just got to hold the block there in the thing. Hey, listen, and Coach Morgan knows this, maybe. I'm not a big fan of that screen in the boundary.
Okay.
It's tough, but we got to hold the block and give Brax a chance.
I got to say, Cyprus defends it well.
Yeah, they do. They get to the ball.
And they get to it and swarm.
And it really
It's
is
been the long ball that they've gotten hurt a couple times.
Receiver, you just got to get we just said get your rear end in front of somebody.
Minute 15. Sorry, Ken, I cut
let
you
them go
off
off
there.
with them.
Minute 15, down to minute 12. Play clock down to 10. Kelson fakes left. Throws down the middle.
Nice
It's
job.
caught.
There's our
It's going to
man.
be a touchdown.
There's our redheaded man that we like so much.
Drexton Morris.
I saw that every day in practice from Drex.
That was easily the most mature play I've seen Kelson do this game.
Right.
Looking
On the money.
left, faking right, down the middle.
And the receiver getting his hands out away from his body, catching it, cupping it in. I saw that every day in practice from Drexton.
Well, here we go with the extra point.
Now
Calling a little play. It looks like the parting of the Red Sea again. And in to kick is Frisch, and here's the movement. And what does that mean?
That means they didn't like what they saw, so they're
All
just
right.
going to come in and they're going to kick an extra point.
Play clock down. Snap a little funky, but the kick is up and good. What would you call that one, Colin? I mean, the snap, the holder really did the job there.
Yes.
Because it looked like it was kind of a low snap.
I just don't think we have a set kicker right now. I think it's just kind of up for grabs because we've been doing onside kicks. We've been trying to go for two, and I think if we can go for two, we're doing that. But we got someone that can put in extra points, and that's all you need right now.
The extra point has given Wasatch a 29-0 lead, and that is the score they needed before the second half, gentlemen.
Yes.
I mean, before the halftime and second half. So that's how it'll be. 1 minute and 3 seconds. And like I mentioned, guys, here's an interesting stat. Like I said, last week against Tooele, 2 kickoff returns of 30 yards or more for Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, back to receive. The kick is going to be short, and it is caught, and that's Fiamante.
Yes, it is.
That's the quarterback, Fiamante.
So we know he can run if this is the young man that they're.
Yeah, if they've got him back there.
And he's number 19. This is number 19.
There was a 19.
Well,
we're really confused now. We on all our rosters here. I do have one from Max Preps. Let's look here. Yeah, see here it shows Tua Fiamante at 19.
Well, we may have to talk to one of our secretaries back there, see if they can't pin Coach Morgan down, and we'll get some jerseys. And these gray jerseys are new, so I can see some of the numbers being a little bit off.
All right,
but they look sharp in them, and they're playing sharp. Look good, play
they
good.
do look good. As
Sanders.
dusk falls tonight, the sun gone down, the lights are on. It is absolutely beautiful. If you're looking out southeast right now, it is just a absolute portrait.
I'm not going to say I predicted this, but I would have been disappointed if we didn't have at least this on the board first half. And it started out shaky, Brent, but
Yeah.
you know what he said? They're going to get their feet underneath you.
Fiamante back to pass. He's got
Yeah,
now
just
he's
too
tackled.
long.
Just a little too much time.
And is that Brady?
Players just couldn't get open for him.
That's Brady or
38 is the one it looked like. Is that
Ashton Nord.
Okay.
Brady Hume and Ashton Nord. Jack Neff are your linebackers there, and it looks like Nord and Neff are in there right now.
So it will be a loss of yardage, about 4. They're going to say 3, so it'll be second and 13. 22 seconds. The clock's just running. Cyprus wants to make some magic. They are running out of time here in the first half.
D-line has done a great job. So Christian Zabel, Crew Baxter, Heath Budd.
Yamate complete pass to the left, a quick pass. It's going to gain a couple yards.
And Brady Hume,
That's going to be the last play of the half.
Brady moved up to the D-line position from the linebacker position, and I just remembered that. Coach Gurr made a change and put Brady in that position, and he has been really good there. Great job by defensive line tonight.
So the crowd's happy tonight here.
Yeah.
29-0
As are we.
is the halftime score. Wasatch over Cyprus. And guys, maybe let's take a quick minute. Each one of you think of what you'd like to talk about. Ken, we'll go with you first, and then Colin, your thoughts on the first half.
Getting the
for
offense
Wasatch.
going. I think that was a big emphasis coming into tonight, is getting the offense going, and it was shaky. Not going to lie to you, but once they cleaned the windshield off, Max making some plays. We're having a little trouble with the center exchange, and that doesn't exist anymore. It's a shotgun. I realize, but Max not had some clean snaps. He's still making some plays. We cleaned that up. But I really like the changeup, putting Hutch Solomon in the backfield.
Colin, what do you think?
I mean, I think coming into this, offense was obviously the thing that we were worried about the most, and that they've delivered everything so far. And then with the defense, I just think they've done everything that we expected them, and even more than that. I think even if our offense wasn't clicking just like it was last week, we would still be in this game or at least winning because our defense has just been so good. 29-0
is the score. We'll take a break here at halftime and let you watch the different halftime entertainment that Wasatch High School. This was the first week of school, guys, and I'm tired. I'm telling you, students here Monday through Friday this week, and we're excited for everybody. So thanks for joining us here on Sting TV. What was your first week like?
I mean, it was good. I mean,
seniors, guy, what, half days and stuff like that?
Good classes. Yeah, I got a full schedule actually.
All right,
so
good for you.
We're busy, but it's fun.
All right, we'll take a break. Thanks for joining us here on Sting TV. Wasatch up 29-0 here in the second week of the season. We'll be right back after this. And I think you're that one, right?
Yes, sir.
That sound like
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Sounds
Welcome back here to Wasatch High School. Start of the third quarter here at Wright Tree Stadium, and I did learn a little bit about the name of the track. So the track, you might notice a sign on the south end under the scoreboard. It's called the Tolly Track, and sometime we'll get the Sting TV crew to show that, but that is a very successful coach, and so apparently they named that last week, or they talked about it, so
that's really neat.
Anyway, all right, well, first half recap. Ken, tell us what happened.
Hey, offense finally got going. We found some, we struggled early. We found some success, whether it be just a 50-50 ball, folks, and that's just throwing the ball up and letting our guy go get it. And I think Mac Kelson is getting in a rhythm, and we made some adjustments. They put Hutch Solomon in the backfield. That's a new wrinkle. And I just found out Teague Fritchie, he has never kicked before.
Oh, wow.
This is the first week, and he is kicking extra points and kickoffs. So
well done.
Kudos to him, because I was like, I didn't know he was a kicker. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He was laughing about that. So, yeah, everybody's healthy. No injuries to speak of. A little bit of, defensive side of the ball. We haven't had much of a look, right? They're not throwing a whole lot at us. Once in a while they'll leak a run. But,
right.
again, I think it just starts up front. I think the D-line is doing a fantastic job. Secondary hasn't been called very much, but I want to shout out to Parker Turner. He is he's our safety, and he has come up and made some. He's had a block kick. They just pointed out he should have had 2 block kicks, and just some great tackles coming from his deep in the safety position. But and then the center exchange, Brandon, I'm a little concerned about that.
Okay.
Mac's got to keep his head on the ball, and our center needs to put a little touch on it. But other than that, we're ready to go second half. And I think you got some scores for us.
Well, actually, interestingly, there is one Region 7 game going on tonight.
Already?
And I'm guessing it's Region 7. It's Maple at Spanish.
Wow, that's a big game.
And it's halftime there. Maple up 21-13. So
okay, that's
all the other teams.
And say that again. Maple is up on
Maple is up on Spanish,
and that's
at Spanish.
And that's a little bit of an upset. Spanish is picked to be a little higher in the region than that.
Spanish.
And
all up to their opponent last week.
I would not have suspected that, especially be at Spanish. So.
Well, and again, that's halftime, so there's a second half to play. All of the teams in Region 7, Ken, last week won their games except for Wasatch, and which is preseason doesn't hardly mean anything. So here we go.
Out of the end zone. He just so kid who doesn't kick just booted it out of the end zone.
That's a great story.
And he loved
hope to see great things for that.
I'm going to sprinkle a little. Corner Canyon beat IMG Academy. IMG Academy out of Florida. It's basically a semi-pro team.
Wow.
If you got money, you send your kid out there to prep them to get a D1 scholarship and then go to the pros. And Corner Canyon, local team, which, I mean, not far from. I'm not going to get into the whole recruiting thing, but very well coached team by Eric Jar.
Cyprus with their first possession of the second half. Boy, a lot of the same.
And bottled up. Yeah.
Matt Quigley, Wasatch players
showing
motioning that there must have been.
And it is a turnover.
Well,
right off the bat. Coach Gurr is going to love that.
So the play was a handoff, and boy, it looked like and I don't know the runner. I'm guessing at this point it was.
And I would have to assume it was probably just a quarterback running back exchange, Brent.
Yeah.
Didn't get it cool, and we dunked the can.
I thought it was 42. Naisa Alohi.
So that's part of the ritual when you get a turnover on the defense. You get a slam dunk the ball in the can down there. So it's something Coach Gurr made up. I love it.
Well, a terrible, terrible break for Cyprus goes to Wasatch here. Wasatch's going to get it. That's
there you go, Hutch.
Right off. Hutch is going to get his first touch of the second half. Looks like a gain of maybe 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down. And I love his shoulder pads are square, and he got a little bit lower. He's learning the position. I can't critique him so hard. I did that as a backup, and I got destroyed. So I know how tough it is. But
officially It looks like they're giving him 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice.
Here to start the second half. Wasatch gaining on a turnover, and that's going to be Hutch again.
Yeah,
he's still going to the right side.
This is just too easy.
Wasatch.
Man, again, shoulder pad square, low, and he is just picking his way. He's so explosive. I said I did that as a backup in high school. This kid is a much better athlete than me, so he's going to pick it up. First game as a running back, and I think that's his second touchdown.
Second touchdown of the night for Hutch Solomon, a junior running back. Listed at 5'10". That's probably pretty close.
Yeah, that is. Hutch is a stocky young man, but plays much bigger.
Teague Fritsch back to kick the extra point, and the same sort of formation went on there.
Right. And I'm not.
And that is another snap issue. Again, I'm not sure, Ken. Was that a snap or was that a holder?
It looked
really low.
Little of both, right? Little of both. I think when they come off, nobody's going to point the finger at either like it's one person or another. But it's something you got to rep.
I would imagine that'll be going on this week a little bit. So the missed extra point on that touchdown actually is negated by the 2-point conversion of earlier. So 35-0 is the score. Wasatch rolling right now. Cyprus desperately needing just to do. I mean, I remember last year, Ken. I can't remember the game, but Wasatch was up big, and somebody came back. And you just have to love that part of high school football.
Right.
Is you have to think somebody's always got a chance.
And why does it comes to my mind it was Spanish, but it might not have been. But it was. Remember. I know what you're talking about, Brent. We had a sizable lead at home.
Yeah.
And came back and let it get away from us. So on the defense again. But, here's what I mentioned. Coach Morgan he just got keys to this to this car. And he is learning how to drive this thing. And so I love the adjustment that he's made because that running game is going to open up other things for him offensively, the passing game. And so making a move by pulling Hutch and Hutch being a great young man to say, hey, I'll take that role. I'll step out of what I'm comfortable with and I'll get in the backfield. And it's gonna bode well for both sides.
So it looks like, again, it'll be Fiamate back. The handoff this time is clean. A few yards gained by Cyprus. I'm trying to catch the number of that. That's 21. Jimmy Casas. He was strong early, and you haven't heard much from him.
And it's funny. It's like the first of the game, he ran the ball pretty hard, and as the game went on, maybe he's taking some good licks and he's slowing down, but that hit the hole really quick. 3 or 4 yard gain, which is great. I mean, you're in a great position at second down right here.
You'd think at this point, the way that Fiamate can throw, and I saw him before, you'd think they'd start trying to do the short pass game just a little bit.
So one thing I'm noticing, Brent, is they went from 2, 3, 4 receivers wide to 2 receivers wide. So that means they're getting more men on the line of scrimmage, which is indicative that I want to run the ball. But what happens too is now you got one-on-one with a corner out there. So maybe we will see, a pump and go. Let's hope that Dalton and Aiden stay on top of it.
That carry by Casas got nowhere, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
And I like this little receiver at the bottom of the screen, number 3. We've mentioned his name a couple times. He's a burner.
That's Jepson. Does a lot of things. Fiamate just can't get enough time.
Yeah.
And he is brought down.
Too much pressure. Jack Neff was in there, so it's a called blitz. So Coach Gurr's saying, you're not going to sit back there and be comfortable.
Yeah, we're not going to give you a
we're going to fill some lanes up and great call on 3rd down, right?
We know you can throw. So
and you got to throw it on that down. Coach Gurr knew that. He brings the pressure.
Right. So it'll be 4th and 11, and Cyprus will need to kick again. Cyprus has had trouble kicking because they're just having a hard time keeping the defensive line off.
Yeah.
So that is Jepson back. Jepson, multiple positions. He's going to get the kickoff, but, boy, it's blocked again.
Yeah, it is.
It is blocked again.
And I want to say, I don't know that Parker Turner got that, but Parker's part of the reason is they've got to be so aware of him. they're kind of sliding the protection to him, and it got him from the other side. So give that one to him.
Boy, that is rough. Britton Jepson just looks so frustrated. He can't get the kick off. I remember coaching a traveling baseball team when we were 15, my boys, and we were in a state tournament. We were in the semifinals, and we had a decent catcher, but this team that we played was so fast we couldn't do anything, and that's what it looks like.
Right.
We couldn't pick them off. We couldn't hold them on first.
And there's a 50-50 ball,
Matt Kelson going for the end zone.
So got to be a hold, unless it was a late hit. I didn't see it. My eyes went off him. But Braxton, he didn't really have enough room to get that ball. It was thrown out of bounds. I don't know that was catchable to a degree, but it's on us. We're coming back, so it's a hold.
So it's a holding, and then we'll go back. It'll be second. Actually, it'll be replay of first down. So it'll be first, and they went back 10 yards. So that wasn't holding, or is holding 10 yards?
It's 10 yards.
Okay,
10 yards.
so it'll be.
And I think it's a spot foul, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it's looking like it'll be about first and 20. Wasatch hurting themselves just a little bit here. They've had a few penalties this game.
Nice
Swing
play.
is going to be
Nice
Anderson.
play. Yeah.
Anderson's.
And number 4 just come up making a great play on that. Will's got to stretch that, but you notice on that one they brought our one of our new favorite receivers in there, number 16. Give me his name again, and I apologize. Drexton.
Morris.
So they brought Drexton down to block on that, and we just didn't get the edge, and we missed number 4.
Anderson only gets a yard, so it'll be second down and 19. Another snap problem. Kelson's going to keep it, though. He's running down the sideline, stepped out of bounds.
And listen, here's the thing. I'm going to go back to history. Mac's got great hands. So there's something going on with the snap there. And it's a little high, Brent. You mentioned it before, and it's a little hot. And when you're trying to make decisions really quick, this is just it's killing us a little bit. And that is not Robbie Whalen. Looks like Robbie's a guard. So this is a
so
new
no
center.
gain on that. Kelson did prevent a loss, but it's now 3rd and 19. Magic needed here by Wasatch. Kelson, lots of time. Ball, that almost intercepted. Boy, that was a tip drill play right there. In and out of the hands of Drexton Morris, and it'll be 4th down. If he had caught that, he was going to have a tough time getting a first down because there were many Pirates around him. So this will be a punt for Wasatch. That's going to be 84 Cole Moore coming in. Once again, Cole hasn't punted in a little while. But he's back to receive. And
nice kick. I'm
okay
with that right there. I'm okay with that. Oh, get on that, guys.
Be stopped
That's
by
a great
Wasatch
job.
at the 1 yard line.
I'm telling you, this kid, he has placed the ball really well. And I don't get excited over kickers. I'm going to tell you that, Mom and Dad.
Well, and we're going to give credit. I believe it was Denzel Cipriano that landed on it, and he's happy. It's got to be him. He's just –
Cole, you've got to make that first punt of the night a lot better because you're sandbagging, because I'm thinking we're going to struggle. And, dude, you have just been dropping dimes the game.
There was a penalty.
On us.
An illegal procedure is called.
Wow.
I'm not sure how that works.
Do you kick it again? Did these guys have the option to take the penalty or kick it again? I don't know.
They are. They're having him do it again.
So Mr. Moore is going to he's going to prove me right. This kid, he's only a sophomore. If he keeps it up, he's going to be. And we've had some good kickers here at Wasatch. We've had, obviously, our Southam boys have been the cream of the crop, but also Rouser. We had a young Rouser punter that was phenomenal.
Jacob Rouser.
Yes, Jake was great.
So here we go. We're going to punt again. This time Wasatch back clear to the almost the 50-yard line. Oh, wait, they're going to change that a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like the referees
I thought
actually
that was a little
put
far.
that on the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So the teams move. Back to receive the punt is Skylar Garlitz. And Skylar hasn't had a chance to get one yet. Punt is up. Garlitz is going to catch it. Oh, it's off his chest.
Oh, great job.
And Wasatch is going to pounce on it.
That is outstanding. And again, hey, you're gonna give that to your punter. This kid is player of the game so far. Look at this guy.
That's going to be number 57, Brock Detman.
This number
will be given the that he pounced on that ball, so he'll pick it up. Garlitz, it just looked like he was trying to wave.
Yeah.
Which surprised me a little bit. It looked like he had potential to maybe return it a little bit.
Yeah, and we struggled, and I just talked to Brock Hawkins' father, and he goes, we have been working on that since 7th grade. It is, it's a finite position because you can make or break a good field position by not securing that punt. So,
boy, Cyprus just imploding right now. Opportunities. It's not like they haven't been given some opportunities. We got a new quarterback in the game for Wasatch right now.
And I was just going to mention, if we keep scoring, you're going to see this is one of my favorite players. I love to watch this. Joseph Bradley. This kid can spin it. Brent, like I said, I coached first couple months for these guys, and I love to watch this kid play. He's got moxie. He's got a nice little arm, and he can get upfield too.
It's tough playing behind Matt Kelson at this point, but boy, he did look
nice
pretty good.
Ball.
That's a pretty good throw, and just dropped that time by Probe. So
he needs a little bit more on it. You get in the game and you start doing touch, he'll snap that in there. But Brax has got to keep coming to the ball, catch it, and get upfield. That actually helps him if he keeps coming to the ball, gets him some lanes going.
2 attempts by Joseph Bradley, the new quarterback in the game for Wasatch, and in the backfield is Hutch Solomon. So it'll be 3rd and 10, and Bradley still with a chance here on his first series, I would imagine, of the season. So he's going wide left. The pass
nice play.
Hot.
I love this kid. I love this Coombs kid. Has got some range. Nice ball, cutting his hand. I mean, not a super great ball, but he delivered it, put it on the money.
It was Cash Coombs, yes, you're saying, that made the reception.
You get in the radius, you got to catch it.
4th and 7, definitely go for it.
Nice job, Mr. Bradley.
Like Wasatch will go for it. 4th and 7, they're on the Cyprus 16-yard line. Definitely go for it. So Bradley with an opportunity here. The pass is up. It is
nice
complete.
Job. There you go.
Does it look like he's got enough for the first down? And
looks like he's standing there, moving the chains.
Chains are not moving. So
nice job, Braxton Probst.
They are moving, so it is a first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That ball was covered well, and Brax is starting to get his feet under him a little bit. And
Bradley's first completion then in this game here.
And Bradley's not afraid to throw that in there.
Joseph Bradley.
The Bradley of wrestling fame. There is a little
Bradley dropped it, and he is going to be sacked again.
He's
another
fearless
drop.
too. So the Bradleys have been notoriously wrestlers at Wasatch High.
Oh, right.
So
right.
and this young man has wrestled before too, so you see that a little bit in him.
So he'll be wrestling later.
Yeah, I love to see wrestlers playing football.
While we're getting ready for this second down play, I wanted to mention another score to you. Bonneville at Springville, 28-28.
What?
Yeah, so Springville, I heard, was supposed to be pretty good this year.
Yep.
So.
And they kind of reload every year.
So it'll be 2nd and 14. Joseph Bradley in. He's going to throw left. He's
there
got Probst.
There we
Probst
go.
got room. He's got room to the end zone.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Brax will break that off. And a little bit more even field. I just kind of cringe when we throw that in the short side of the field. But great job by young Bradley putting on there. And they're all slapping Mr. Coombs' head, number 18, because he made a fantastic block. And I told you that before. They're a block away. You just got to lay some put some helmet on somebody for just the 2 seconds and get a lane for Braxton.
So Joseph Bradley, with his first series of the season, another snap problem.
And he gets it up.
Kick got up.
Did he get it? Yes,
and
he did.
And it's good.
Okay, so for a kid that's never kicked before, and he's scooping that off the ground off a bad snap, that's pretty impressive.
Well, and again, kudos to the snap. I think the holder was, I want to say it was Morris. I thought before it was Bradley. So now they have a new holder.
Yeah. And we got another guy hurt down there.
Oh, we have 2 players for Cyprus down. after that extra point.
It's always knees and
Oh, yeah.
and ankles, and you get down there in the trenches a little bit, and you're running, and you get blocked from the side, and you're rolling up on your partner. Those are the worst.
Oh, darn.
I'm just gonna go a couple scores here that I just find.
Okay.
Juan Diego traditionally has been a powerhouse in the mid-major schools in Utah, and San Juan from Blandy is putting it on them 20-0 right now.
Wow.
American Fork 13, Orem 6. Second.
Orem, wow.
Yeah, almost halftime, and then a big one. And I can't listen. I got friends that play both, and a very good friend that went to South Summit High, and a big fan of South Summit. Right now, North Summit 13, South Summit 0
Whoa,
at halftime.
all right.
Kenny,
A little bit of a
Kenny, where are you at on that one? Because the cheer is who's going to win, Cats, and I don't know that we can say that right now. Now they come back, and then Kenny will call me and light me up, but. Yeah, that Bonneville game, that is second quarter, so it's not even halftime yet, 28-28, a high-scoring game. Ridgeline, who's been a powerhouse since they opened, 14-7 over Riverton.
wow.
Lone Peak Timpview, 10-10. So that's Timpview's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Again.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that too.
Again.
Ken, I'm sorry to say, I'm thinking that the player that's down is Tua Fiamante.
Oh, no, that's not good. Your second quarterback down.
Yeah, the quarterback, I can't quite tell, but I thought that's what why would he be in there on the extra point?
Yeah,
I just don't
that is
understand
19,
that,
Brent.
so.
That's 19. Park City up on Timpanogos, 10-6. And I believe Timpanogos had a good win last week. Beaver over Grantsville, 35-0. Scores that are a thing. Crimson Cliff coming down from St. George to play Brighton. And I believe that's a 4A, the 6A school, and 7-3. Crimson Cliff. Oh, no, actually Bingham's down in St. George.
Okay.
7-3.
American Forks now up 20-6 over Orem. One of the scores I was looking at, Davis romping Copper Hills only in the third quarter, 56-8.
Pacing Lions.
The one I'm looking for is Weber, because that's where Wasatch goes next week. Wasatch will be at Weber, so Weber right now beating Pleasant Grove.
Wow, I see that
in the third
now
quarter.
I've got. So I'm behind. What score do you have?
So this is 14-12.
Okay,
this is brand new update.
So they just scored then because Weber was down at halftime, 12-7. So you've updated. Let me just update mine.
Boy, this injury for Cyprus is not a happy one. The player's still down. I'm saying he was holding his knee or his ankle or something.
That's horrible. And I don't see people. They're working on a little bit, but at least it's not a neck injury, anything like that. Looks like Principal Ryan Bishop's coming out to help. You don't like to see that, especially when a game gets a little one-sided like this, Brent. Where it's kind of getting steamrolled and you get kids getting hurt.
Oh, that is terrible. So now Cyprus will be on their third quarterback, and that's just tragic.
Great job. No, that might not have been Mr. Bishop.
And I'm just trying to figure out why he would be out there on. I mean, he's probably so valuable. Yeah. They just need him.
Well, unless you're just light on, we got an underclassmen team, and that was Mr. Bishop going out there to give some moral encouragement. I don't think he has any medical skills. He is a won a couple of state championships at Davis, so he knows ball. Maybe you just encourage him like, hey, you got to clean it up, get off the field, we got to go here.
It's a little bit of a squib kick. It's not going in the end zone. It is picked up, and it's going to be brought
that's a nice
back,
play. There we go.
Down there. That's going to be. And I think that was number 4, Tate Nichols.
That's a great play.
Got tackled hard.
And you know what I'm seeing? I didn't see that the first couple kickoffs, and I'm seeing guys get down there and putting a hat on a ball. So I'm happy about that because this team's growing. This is a relatively young team with not a lot of experience at this level, and they're playing hard. One of the things I will mention that Coach Morgan has really done a good job. I'm hearing rave reviews is the weight room. Kids say he is kicking their butt in the weight room, and they're getting strong. So
good. Well, okay, so this has cleared this up. Tiamate is number 19, but 18 is the quarterback still, and he's running it. So we've got to find out who 18 is. Yeah. None of the rosters that we have, including Max Preps. So we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to look at Deseret News.
Yeah.
So
there's a couple new substitutions in. Looks like McGill Armaderas is in at corner.
So yeah, Wasatch they're up 42-0. Only 45 seconds left here in the third quarter, and so we're looking at now quarterback number 18. We're going to call him. There's a throw, and that's a completion to number 3, Britton Jepson. That's going to be enough for a first down.
And number 49 just made that tackle. And I don't know that I'm going to find his number, but I believe that's a freshman. Get some clarification on that.
Wasatch,
for Wasatch, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he came just kind of towards the last week of my coaching, got that young man. He'd not played corner before. He was a linebacker at the freshman level. And he just made a great little baseball turn, stayed on top of the route, came up, made a tackle.
So that will be the end of the third quarter. Wasatch in complete dominance, 42-0 here after last weekend getting blanked by Park City. So it's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, this is a little bit of momentum for us. Kids going to need a little bit of win, but then they're going to go. They're going to go down to Weber. No, we get Weber here.
I think it's at Weber.
Oh, it's at Weber.
Yeah.
You're going to go, and Weber is a good program. So that's how you measure yourself every week. Celebrate now, and then and happy for them.
So once again, we'll apologize that we do not know the name of the quarterback for Cyprus. So Deseret News does not have it either.
And usually we have YouTube up, so we're hearing some comments here, so we apologize. So if
anyone from Cyprus,
if you want to jump on and tell them,
give us any help, we would love it. And we're going to try. We don't have our full student staff, as we mentioned, so
still
we don't
new
have
in the
our
season.
Little producers that sometimes can go ask and find out those things. So.
Shout out to Corey Lang, who just does this, and I mean he starts at noon, and we both of us love to have him on the broadcast too. He just hasn't had time, and then man, we're just out of sorts back there, and that's 18.
Yeah, we're just gonna call him QB 18 for now because we don't know his name. He's done a great job of filling in,
and then we have young guys in right now, so and it looks like completely. Wholesale change defensively. So some Teague, our kicker Teague Fritchie, is in. He's our nickel.
That'll be a loss on the play of about 4 yards. So it's now 2nd and 14. QB 18 is back. He's going to throw long,
and he's got him open.
Had a man open down the sideline, but that was Jepson was kind of beating out his guy. So. But it'll be an incomplete pass.
Well, you're going to expect that. I mean, they want to put some quick points up on the board.
Yeah. You're just got to do it for your
new guys,
for your esteem and anything you can. You're wanting to do anything. Cyprus has been unable to get a lot of magic all night. They did early get a first down. They were able to run some plays, but then some penalties hurt them, and then just having to punt. But the weakest to me is just their punting team not able to get a punt off.
Right.
QB 18 back. He's going to throw just short.
And getting chased all night long.
Of the receiver who the intended target, I believe, was 85. I believe. So 85 is Chavis Muir. Tight end listed as. So it'll now be 4th down, 4th and 14. That means the punt team will come out. You don't want to leave Wasatch this close. So back to receive for Wasatch is number 15, Mason Gomez. Into punt again will be Jepson. And again, Jepson, if they can just give Jepson a few seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So Mason's going to get a chance to
So it'll be timeout for Cyprus. So
still auditions for that punt return job. And again, it is not an easy job. That you're on an island all by yourself, and whatever decision you make is right or wrong. And like, again, I was talking to Brock's dad, and like sometimes it's just best to catch it and take the hit. Get out of your system. But it is not an easy job.
Well,
I'm going to a little shout out. My Duchesne Eagles are up on Providence Hall early in the third quarter, 45-zip.
Oh, wow, cool.
After a little coaching change.
We'll, again, still trying desperately to find out who number 18 is. So all the rosters, I just found another roster. I still don't see it. So in either case, and there's a bad snap. So Jepson not able to get it off, and he's swarmed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wasps, 7. And Jepson did all he could, but it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah,
and Wasatch will have the ball
second
at
half,
the Cyprus 13.
Second half, all Wasatch. So every phase of the game, we're starting to outplay them. And, you get a little fatigue, and young teams get down on themselves, and it reflects in your play. So it doesn't help that every other play, their quarterback's on the ground. So
Right. Cyprus is in the Region 4, Taylorsville, West Jordan, teams like that, I believe.
And, not necessarily a powerhouse region, but they always have tough kids. It's been a little bit since Cyprus has had a team that I'm not going to say that that competes at the state level, gets past the first round, and they've had good teams in the past. It's an ebb and flow for most schools that don't have the opportunity to recruit.
Right.
You just kind of it's up and down. Sometimes you have a lot of talent.
Joseph Bradley back at quarterback again.
Nice ball.
Completed. I'm not sure they're going to call it a complete. They are. They're going to call it. It was bobbled a little bit.
Yeah, bobbled a little bit.
By Cole Moore.
And Cole's got it. Cole probably the first time he's been targeted tonight, but great ball by Bradley.
Also in the backfield a moment ago before that was a run by, in the first time of the game, William Brand.
Yeah.
So he got a couple yards. So it's now 3rd and 5
Bradley
for
Strength.
Joseph Bradley.
Bradley Strength is rolling that ball out.
He's giving it to Brand. Brand's got a couple yards.
I
don't think enough for the first down.
Need a little push there. D-line kind of just filled the hole up. But what I say is Joseph Bradley is really best when he rolls out. He's sets a good ball with his feet not set, if that makes sense.
So that's going to go for it. 4th and 2. They need to get a couple yards. They can get a first down. Brands, and that pass is complete to Cole. Touchdown,
nice
Moore. Touchdown, Wasatch.
Yeah.
They're going to call it, but there is a penalty, and it will be a holding. Boy, he's called a lot of holding.
This white hat is super active.
He is.
Man.
And I haven't seen a single one against Cyprus, so maybe they're not holding.
He has thrown the majority of the flags today. The Cole Moore wide receiver is a sophomore. Nice job, Cole. Second target of the night, and he gets a touchdown taken away.
So the touchdown is overturned, and Wasatch will be pushed back to the Cyprus 12-yard line, and they're going for it again.
Yeah.
So Joseph Bradley back. He's looking to his left. He's got pressure. He's still on his feet, but he's going to be tackled at right about the line of scrimmage. So that means Cyprus will take over on downs, and valiant effort there, but Cyprus, I think, saying, no way, we're not going to let it happen right now.
Yeah, that's too bad. I hate to see Bradley and Moore get that play taken away from him.
Yeah, that really is tough.
But that's the way it goes,
So Cyprus will take over. They're a little slow to get out on the field. That feeling is just terrible.
Yeah, the head's down. Yeah. And that's on the coaching staff at this point. You got to keep them in. You start playing hesitant, that's when you start getting hurt. So
yeah. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in this game. The decision of the game won't be changed.
Right.
But it is a great opportunity for teams and just hopefully stay healthy.
Well,
and get a chance for players to younger players to get in.
Yeah, kids have been working hard in practice. Come in.
QB 18 is going to look. He's got a man. He's covered well, but he is fine. Oh,
why are we throwing the flag?
There is going to be pass interference, and the intended receiver
hands are a little
was
high.
Number 7, Jackson Nielsen. He was pleating it before the ball even hit the ground, which and I didn't see. Now
it was a little hand fighting going on, and usually we teach keep those hands a little bit lower, and you won't get called. But they were pretty high up on the pad on a shoulder pad, so you're going to give that back judge who doesn't get it. Well, really, the back judge hasn't thrown the flag all night, so he.
So there was one pass interference against Cyprus early in the first half.
There was absolutely.
But really, that has
and that was called by your side judge.
Okay.
So the back judge didn't get an opportunity to take it. And this gentleman's been. I coached a lot of secondary for a lot of years, and he's been back there quite a bit. And he doesn't throw the flag a whole lot. So
the penalty will give Cyprus the first down and a lot of yards. They're going to go clear up to their own 22, 27-yard line.
Now, who we got down
right now?
here?
We have a Wasatch player down, and you hate seeing that. So, boy, in fact, the trainer's calling for somebody. I don't know if they're calling for a stretcher or if they're calling for a. Hopefully,
he's in a little bit of pain.
He's hurting.
We have a knee or something that's not.
Cannot see. Cannot see the number.
Who are we waving to over on the other side?
I think to one of our administrators, possibly over here, or maybe a doctor is what they're doing.
That is the doctor, yeah.
So he was probably talking to. They still have Tiamate over on the stretcher.
Oh, he was. Yep, he was.
There, and so
a little double duty.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here with the injury. We'll be right back and tell you more. 42-0 is the score for Wasatch. And thanks for joining us here on Sting TV.
That does not look good, Brent.
Go.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Wasatch High School. This is Sting TV's coverage of Wasatch High School football. We're watching a player being carted off the field for Wasatch. We still don't know a name, but play will resume right now. So the play on the play was a pass interference by Wasatch, so it'll be an automatic first down. And
nice catch.
And there's the completion, but that's going to be a loss of yards.
Great play by Teague. Comes and closes on that, wraps him up.
QB 18 pass was complete to Jepson.
Had a lot of medical time today, which has kind of put this game a little bit later. I hope Leo and Logan are not trying to stay up to listen to Mr. Ken. They're not getting to bed.
5 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. Lots of time for QB 18.
Oh, he puts
another
it up.
Long ball opportunity. Not there, but there's going to be another pass interference.
That's a little bit of hand fighting, and let's say there's a little bit of history with that gentleman back there, and there's just not a whole lot of. I mean, the game's changed a little bit.
Yeah,
and that's kind of there's no face guarding. You can use your hands a little bit.
Well, you know what? Cyprus taking some risks, and it pays
off
a little bit.
Right?
So
you have to, right? Brent,
so
and we knew that was coming.
It'll be 15 from the line of scrimmage, and so
I'm going to roll that one back later because I don't feel like McGill impeded anything on that, and both players are hand fighting a little bit.
Hard to see it, I guess, without the replay, but so it'll be now 1st and 10 again, all the way up to the Cyprus 40-yard line now. That's basically 30 yards of penalties against Wasatch.
He's a young man we haven't seen. It's a great tackle and this kid's a freshman, and he's coming up laying a lick on number 9, who's
number 9 is
about how tall is that?
Kason Mayo. It doesn't show his height.
He's a big boy.
He's got to be a 6-something. So.
And our young little freshman just came up and put a lick on him.
Tackle was made by. See, and I don't have his number. It showed 49.
Right.
And we don't. But you know who it is?
Yeah, he came and worked with us a little bit.
Easton Colby.
He was a corner. Yeah, that's
Easton
who it is.
Colby. So that tackle
and Easton
and a little attitude was kind of nice to see. There was a gain of about 4. QB 18's got some room. He's got a first down. And he goes right into the tackle.
We caught him instead of giving it. So, but hey, let's shout out to Easton again. Easton just turned on top of that route and did not get beat because they looked like they were going that way. And the young freshman turned on top of that and stayed stride for stride with him. Very nicely done.
Again, QB 18. That's a big gain. That's easily his biggest gain of the night on the run. And Cyprus hoping to pull off some magic here at the end of the game like they did against Tooele last week. QB 18 back. That's going to be a hold against Cyprus. But once again, passed down this time, no flag.
And I thought he was going to give the flag again. I'm telling you, do not leave it in this back judge's hands because he's going to zing it.
This time. However, unfortunately for Cyprus, it's going to be a hold.
They get caught.
So they
come on, White Hat.
Hurt themselves just a little bit. It will be a repeat of first down, but the ball will come back.
Once again, there's holding on. There's holding on every play, Brent. It's just all how egregious you're gonna. Listen, if you got a guy is running back and it's a sack gonna happen, and he's holding on to him. You gotta zing the flag. But
they started on the Wasatch 43. Ball comes back all the way to their own 48. So it'll be 1st and 20. QB 18 back, and that pass is in the dirt. For those of you that are just joining us, we're calling the Cyprus quarterback QB 18 because we have no idea what his name is. We can't find it anywhere, but he's done a great job. And, boy, those can see we've got a lightning show coming from the east. I think it's plenty far away.
They're not looking. They're not looking because I guarantee you this crew would shut it down. And we, a few years ago, I think Bridger's senior year, my son, Bridger Purdy, we had a lightning delay that turned into the game, ended the game for Park City. We were beating them, by the way, and the Park City paper indicated that they almost acted like they won the game. Like, well, wait a minute, you lost. You were down 2 touchdowns. Anyways, yeah.
So Cyprus going to call a timeout. 2:23 left in the game. Cyprus doing all they can to get some type of score on the board. Dominant performance by Wasatch here, 42-0. Ken, talking about the game last week against Park City, a shutout. First off, I looked back a little bit the last 10 years. Just 10 years, that's all I could find. And the 5th time only that Wasatch has been shut out in a football game. So you're talking about 10 years of games,
right.
7 or 8 games, 9 games a year. That's not bad. And but interestingly, 4 of those 5 were in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And 2 of them were to Salem Hills.
Yeah, that's true.
So the loss to Park City last week was the 3rd year in a row Park City has won, but the previous 3 before that were Wasatch wins. Right. So a streak of 3 years each.
Kind of seems like that. And when I came into coaching, we had lost 9 years in a row before we got one.
Okay.
And Steve Coburn got us our first win.
Back in play. QB 18 fakes the pass. He's going to go down. He's going to gain
He's a good little athlete.
Yes, he is. He's back to the original line of scrimmage, so that's a gain of 10.
Great job, McGill Armadero, staying on top of his guy because that made quarterback pull it down and run. So good job, McGill.
I was glad you caught who did that because if he didn't catch him there, he could have had a little distance. So it'll now be, unfortunately, the board is showing 4th. The field is showing 3rd. I think it's 3rd.
Yeah, you go with the field.
And QB 18, lots of time, but he cannot find anybody.
Yeah, he might got to pick on that one.
Made, but it's caught. That is caught by Cyprus.
You gotta go get it
at the Wasatch 20. That was a free for all.
And I got a number on him, but I cannot find. I know the 2 young men that were playing backup safety. I just don't want to say the wrong name.
But once again, Cyprus daggered with a holding penalty.
And I'm just...
And that is tragic. So, but it's showing that, boy, they can make something happen if they can just... So they are going to get the down over again. So it'll be 3rd down. Clock is down to 1:27 now.
Always going to be heavy on coaching our side of the ball, and we have got to come and get them. When that ball's up in the air, the most aggressive person's going to get it. You've got to come and get the ball.
That looked potential interception right there.
Kind of the saying I've always went by is, what coverage are we when the ball's in the air? Well, we're not in one. It's everybody's ball. So whatever you're in, you leave and you go get it.
So 3rd down, 19 now for Cyprus.
And Brent, they might just have found the flow of their offense because this is what I'd run, a little run and shoot, and 2 big
tackle made there.
2, 3, 4 big long deep balls opens up that run play.
So the carry was by the tackle by Kason McKee. And a great open field.
What grade is that young man?
That shows here a 10th grader.
Nice job.
The carry was by, I believe it was Woodhead again. He was getting a few yards, but now it's going to be, and I think he got 5.
So those long balls are opening up some run lanes, and they're taking advantage of it. So 46 seconds left. I think Coach Greer would love a shutout right here, so he's coaching his rear end off. I can guarantee you that.
I kind of thought Cyprus would try to do something here. What left to lose at that point, but they're going to punt.
And they're not going to put anybody deep, so we're just going to let the ball roll, which is fine.
They're going to do a delay a game. I think that was on purpose that time. And so now Cyprus will have a little more room to kick.
And you're like we were saying, we're seeing the guys in the white jersey a little bit slumped over. Just don't want to get anybody hurt at this point in the game.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely what.
Okay, Riggs Frentaway is back. He's one of the safeties I've worked with before. Riggs is back, and he's going to get the punt return call. So he's our 3rd punt returner today.
And he's up close, which, you may as well. Cyprus has not been able to get a kickoff. And I think. And this was Jepson, has more time. This time he gets it off.
Good ball.
It's a good kick. And it looks like it's going to take the bounce into the
I think Riggs was just given, you're going to go stand back there, don't touch it.
And that is the end of the game. So time clock runs off. That's why I can't believe they wouldn't try to do a play out of that.
Yeah.
But don't get hurt.
Sometimes just get on the bus, right? Just one of the bus up. So, hey, Coach Morgan's first win at Wasatch High School, and it's a doozy, and exactly what he wanted. Offense opened it up today.
So 42-0 is the resounding win for Coach Morgan's first win at Wasatch, as you mentioned.
Yep.
And these teams, they went at it. It sometimes looked a little closer than the score, but just again, we're just going to have to talk about the keys to this game here in a minute. But we do want to give a report that we still don't know the young man's name who got hurt.
Right.
It does show his number is Preston Barker, but we're pretty sure it's not Preston Barker.
Right.
But we hope for his best, and he has been carted off, and I'm sure they're getting him somewhere to get some help.
And it's not life-threatening, but it might be a season-ending. When they bring that out, and looked like they were going to stabilize a leg, and the doctor ran over there. So where earlier both of the Cyprus kids, quarterbacks that went down, after a while we didn't get the one quarterback ever come back.
Yeah.
But everybody walked off the field except for our young man. So.
So, Ken, what did we do good tonight?
Oh, we did a lot of things good. Offensively, Coach Morgan made that adjustment with Hutch Solomon in the backfield, and I think once Hutch got the hang of it, that opened up the pass game a little bit for us. And the 50-50 balls. We didn't have a lot of 50-50 balls with Park City last week, and so pretty impressed with that. Somebody just did a roundhouse backflip.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. So, again, offense is cooking a little bit, but I'm telling you, it's still not – I've seen the BYU 7-on-7. I know it's without pads, but I know these guys can sling the ball around. So, still kind of filling each other out. And it's a new staff, Brent. You coach at a high level. You get a new staff there. You got a head guy that knows what he wants to do. Staff's they're still kind of filling each other out.
Yeah.
And so a lot of good things. Defense, played outstanding. Special teams, man, that was kind of
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was
just a little bit.
And I think our young student pointed that out a little bit, And then for Teague Frischi, who's never kicked before to come in, so we're still finding. Yeah. We're still finding people.
I'm thinking he's a player of the future for sure.
Yeah.
At that position, if not other positions as well.
Other things I saw good is I saw a Parker Turner, big, strong, free safety, come up and make some plays, and I think that's going to bode well for us down the stretch. And the D-line was outstanding tonight.
Yeah, I think you got to give them
really impressed.
Tons of credit. So.
Secondary wasn't really tested. It was tough to tell.
Right, sleeping back there. So I'm gonna give some kudos to William Anderson. Had a great series at a really important time of the game, where he ran the ball the whole series and scored the touchdown.
Yep.
So I think he right there scored easily, or not scored. He gained easily over 60 yards in the series. So, and then of course, you got to give player of the game, in my opinion, Matt Kelson, running the ship, 0 interceptions, able to run the ball, throw the ball effectively. And that's what you expect from the senior.
Sure. And let's go back. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Both Hutch Solomon and Will Anderson had a lot of success off the right side of that line, and that's anchored by Robbie Whalen over there, who's probably your best lineman coming back. So we're using our strength. We got to go to our dudes.
Robbie Whalen.
The ball.
Robbie Whalen. That's a 55. I hope that's not who we were looking at.
No, so. I don't think so. Okay. I think that was a young number 2 guy in that position. Robbie Robbie came off knee surgery, so I'm looking for him down there.
Yeah, I'm looking too. So.
But they're going their strength there, and I thought Mac delivered some good balls. He's getting a little more comfortable. He ran for his life all week last week, so it was nice to see him settle down. Right. And Mac's got an arm, so he can put it anywhere on the field. So it's good to have get him a little bit of chemistry with the receivers.
So we will. Sorry. So let's talk just a little bit quickly. Next week, as we mentioned, Wasatch going to Weber.
Yeah.
Weber High School, and they're obviously going to be a strong team this year. They're in a battle right now, in a 6A battle, and Well, if we weren't tested before, Ken, they're going to be tested next week.
Right,
so.
yeah. But right now it's showing 14-12 over a Pleasant Grove team that's always good.
Yeah.
You know,
although Pleasant Grove did lose last week.
Right.
So
yeah. So every week's going to be a test.
From here on out.
And I love what you said earlier, Brent, about finding character. You're finding what this team's made out of. Some people are going to step up and do something that to help the team, like a Hutch Solomon playing running back. You know, you have to find those kids that are going to play in a role. And down the road, we've pulled guys off the offense and going over the defense. To find a position that's going to benefit from us. So I like what I saw tonight. It's a good win for Wasatch, right?
Well, we'll look ahead at the schedule as well. After Weber, look at that lineup: Orem, Maple Mountain, Springville, Timpview.
Yeah, we're in the gauntlet right there. So
and only one of those is a home game.
Right. So we got to grow up fast, don't we?
Yeah.
We got to grow up fast. We got to stay healthy. I don't believe that we're really, really deep this year, which is going to be as the season goes on, is going to be a problem if in fact we don't stay healthy. But we're in for the season here.
Well,
and again, kind of
against that type of lineup. Making the state playoffs is going to be a huge accomplishment if they can get past those teams.
But you know, I've told people before, I love the direction this program's going. The staff, how they're aligned, how Coach Morgan, kind of his vision. He's got offense and defense separated. Yeah. So these kids are just going to get better. They're not going to get beat up on both sides of the ball. And when I came in, I was like, hey, are we going to get some of these guys going both ways? We scrimmaged Spanish Fork. And they went both ways. And Coach Morgan's like, no, we're gonna stick it out. And you're seeing guys are getting better. Aiden Kinzinger is getting better every game, every rep, by getting time. Where if you had offensive guys coming over, Aiden might not be that guy over there. So method of the madness, and it's gonna pay off. It's not gonna be a reward right away.
Right.
This is a process.
And you like you said, young players. Yeah, they want to win right now.
Yep.
But young players for the future are looking good. Cyprus Pirates had a tough night. They're going to have to put some bandages on this week. A couple of injuries, one of them possibly key to their starting quarterback. However, QB18, whatever your name is, kudos to you.
Dude, he's an athlete.
We are very impressed.
There's some athletes out there, and I think that's up going to be Cyprus's staff. They got to find a way to get in the ball. That's what Coach Morgan did tonight. Find a way to get his dudes the ball.
They play in the Region 4, as we mentioned, but they have another non-region game next week against Copper Hills. That'll be a tough chore for them as well, but you never know. You come out of something like this, it makes you a little angry, and you go at it, right? So.
Well, you hope it makes you angry, right?
Well, if you have the view of the players and their parents down there, they are very happy. And Ken, like I mentioned before, it is funny, all the years of sports I've had, winning is just more fun than losing for some reason. I don't know.
Well, there's another thing I know about this group of students here working at the school. Win, lose, or draw. I mean, I gave life my blood here. We would lose, and the kids didn't care. They came out. They still bet. So they have fun with it. I think sometimes adults take it a little bit more seriously than the kids do.
Right.
We'd love to see these guys win. But I think there's a lot of win in Coach Morgan's future. So this is not the first one.
An important win too.
Yeah.
But he does have a lot.
Yeah.
The tough week of school, being the first week of school, these guys, that's accomplishing a lot this week. So
sure. Shout out the staff. The staff where they're just shorthanded. Coach Lang carries the lion's share of the work on this thing, but the students do such a great job. We appreciate it. Half the time I don't even get to see them before I leave, but I do appreciate them.
Only 2 more home games for Wasatch Wasps. Amazingly, only 4 home games this year. So, again, next week at Weber. The week following is the 3rd home game already against Orem. I believe that's going to be homecoming. So, that's September 13th is the next home game. You can see us here on Sting TV. And then the final home game, October 4th against Timpview. So
that's great.
So, Ken, great night.
Yep.
Nice
it's good to have you back. Good to have the team back, Brent.
We thank you for joining us on Sting TV. Don't forget, tell your friends, family members, everyone that they can join us here on Sting TV. They can find us on YouTube, Sting TV, or WasatchStingTV.com. Thanks for joining us. For Ken Purdy, I'm Brent Martindale. See you next time. Corey Lang, by the way, great job with everything.
Thanks, Corey.
Unbelievable. Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.